Hey everybody, I picked up some new fish for my 40-gallon tank today, and what I had in mind was some Siamese algae eaters. And the reason I wanted Siamese algae eaters is because we have a lot of hair algae in this tank, and I know Siamese algae eaters do a good job of destroying that. But they did not have any Siamese algae eaters today. What they did have was flying foxes. Now, I was assured by the sales associate that these flying foxes would eat that hair algae. I was also told by another employee that it would not. Now, I've always been under the impression that these flying foxes would not eat hair algae, but I decided we're going to find out. I've never had flying foxes before. I've often talked about them. I've talked about the visual differences between the flying fox and how to tell them apart from the true Siamese algae eaters, etc. And so now I'm going to actually have some, and we'll be able to see what they look like firsthand. We'll be able to find out whether or not they really do attack that algae or whatever. So we're going to go ahead and let them float for a couple minutes. I don't spend a lot of time doing a bunch of acclimation and stuff. So we're going to go ahead and get them in the tank here in just a minute, and I'll be right back. All right. So I've scooped up a little bit of the tank water. I mixed it in with the water therein, and they've been floating in there for a minute or two. That's really about all I ever really worry about it. The water therein is not so much different than the water I'm putting them in. As far as anything being transmitted into the tank, I've never really worried about that either. So there we go. There are two Siamese algae eaters now in my 40 breeder. We'll get a better look at these in the future when I'm a little more prepared to shoot video. We'll get some lights turned out. We'll get some glare off the tank. But you can already see what stunning fish they are. So there you go, everybody. Got some flying foxes. First I've ever had of these. Now let's find out whether or not they get rid of all that hair algae we've got growing back there. Not all that dark green stuff you can see back there is what we need to get rid of. So we're going to find out. So make sure you're subscribed. Thanks for watching. Don't forget I do a live stream every Friday and Sunday night, and I look forward to seeing you then.